I could not have gone to a better school. I could not have gotten a better education. I could not be where I am today, who I am today, without having been accepted to Fort Lewis.
Few FLC alumni can boast of having their name graffitied across the old water tower that once stood watch over campus. Even fewer have the prestigious honor of being the first person to serve as student body class president for 2 consecutive years. Only one person fits both bills, Ray Boucher. Boucher's class of 1980 was unusually politically and historically aware, bridging the transition between slowly fading traditions retained from the old fort and a new streamlined and computerized FLC. The class assembled a final one-off edition of FLC's storied Katsuma yearbook a full 9 years after the tradition ended in 1969. Boucher was in the thick of it all, battling FLC President Rex Berndt, greeting former United States President Gerald Ford, leading bed races down the front hill, and graduating in 1980 with a double major in political science and business administration. After acquiring advanced degrees in management and law, Boucher was admitted to the California bar in 1984. His career is marked by the full spectrum of clientele, from representing civil rights activist Cesar Chavez to helping detain Ugandan teens. He's also distinguished himself by securing a landmark $660 million settlement with Los Angeles' Catholic Archdiocese for more than 250 sexual abuse victims, an amount he's since raised to $1 billion. When he's not busy lawyering, Boucher stays active in local and national politics as both a strategic analyst and fundraiser.
I came to Fort Lewis because the kayaking and skiing and mountain climbing and rock climbing, I could get an education, a liberal arts education in what I thought was a great school, but at the same time, continue to participate in the things that I loved. I did not live on campus the first year. I lived in the Endo Day Motel on 6th. I could not have gone to a better school. I could not have gotten a better education. I could not be where I am today, who I am today, without having been accepted to Fort Lewis. There's no question in my mind that I wouldn't be successful or here, maybe even alive, but for some of my professors. I came out of high school with, not really an ability to read or write, and professors pulled me aside and helped me learn. Well, I think the school in general just particularly at that time, had this sense of belonging and a sense of community and a feeling that you weren't in competition with everybody, but we were all collectively trying to enjoy the school, learn, grow, and I think everything about the school, reinforced that. Everybody looked forward to the bed races. Everybody looked forward to that day where everybody come together, have pancakes in the morning and some eggs, and run down the street in a relay race and see who wins. Everybody comes out dressed in unique costumes. We had a team and we developed a song for our team, and so we would come out singing our song. It was one of the great traditions and highlights of, I think, everybody's time there. I think I was the first student body president that was elected after a previous election was disavowed. I decided to get into the race as a result of, really prodding from friends and students and faculty. And we had the battles. It was the 70s, and so we had to fight with Rex Berndt, who was president at the time, and the Outdoor Pursuits program. came as a result of sort of the struggles that were happening there. We fought over student fees and whether they should increase, whether we should have a nursery. So there are a lot of little things that, you know, from the 50s and 60s didn't seem like they belong on college campuses per se, that we worked through ultimately to bring to Fort Lewis and to enhance the experience of everybody who's there. I think there was a sense of activism, that steep abiding belief that we were a new generation that was responsible for improving the world. Well, I mean, look, I think that the most important thing as a student at Fort Lewis and in life is to find a passion. Money is great, but you can get up in the morning with a whole lot of money and be miserable. Speak truth. Don't ever be afraid to speak truth, because you're going to be challenged in life to hide and to cover things that you may not feel completely comfortable with. But if you stay grounded in who you are and that moral compass that's inside of you and that really you find in the education at Fort Lewis, you'll live an amazing life and you'll do great things.